Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. Today is the install for this roof rack. It's a little bit all over the place, so I would watch the whole video before you do the install, so then you can do it better than me. Okay folks, so it comes like this, the roof rack. Okay folks, so these are the tools I used. I tried to use this really, and didn't really work. I had to actually use this, but I used a lot of like padding under there to pry from right here because I didn't want to chip or ding up my paint, obviously, and I was able to avoid that in most spots, so that is pretty good. So as you can see, we're going to take off this part next and kind of go from there, and then hopefully that'll be all we need to do, but that's kind of a big deal, so we'll see how that goes. And we'll see, like there's a little, I guess I dented, I don't know if you really can see that, but there's a slight indentation right there or something. Right, and then maybe like right there. So you got to be real careful with that, I guess. Anyway, so on to the next step, which is taking the rest of this off and also loosen these up. I think you're supposed to loosen these up together because there's a track in there that makes it a little bit difficult to reinstall the next thing if those things are kind of messed up. So I don't know, we'll see about that as we continue to go here. Okay folks, so here is all the hardware laid out. I've laid out 4 bolts to each one of these brackets, which are going to go in the middle and the back, and then I think this just presses against the roof. I think that's how that works on basically all of these roof racks, because there's not a pre-drilled hole system up there that Toyota did. So ignore these two, because these are the 2 cross beams that came off the stock rack. And so we have our long pieces here. We have our sort of semi-aerodynamic piece there that goes over the windshield. Well, when I say over the windshield, it's like behind the windshield. And then these are labeled 4R1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the reason why they are labeled that is, as you can see, they are all straight here. And there is a staggered effect over here. So they do go in some sort of order, which we're gonna kind of do a little research and find out. And then we also have these 2 plates right here, which I don't yet know where they go. If I don't find any research on them, I will, try to put this together in my head and figure it out. It can't be that hard, but if there is instructions somewhere, which I'm guessing there are, on their website or something, I don't mind using them. There's no point in reinventing the wheel if somebody already invented it. So anyways, so I will pick you back up when we are starting to put this up on the 4Runner. We did take out these. I do kind of have the bolts up here. Kind of just sitting over there, and then up on the sunroof. So I'm not sure we're going to reuse those or not. I think we kind of, oh, and I also wax this. Figure I wax around the areas while it's off, so I can go ahead and do that, and we'll see how that works. Well, I'll pick you up when we're installing it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to try to build it first and then install it up on the roof, like kind of pre-built but maybe slightly loosened, or if I'm going to build it in place on the roof. We'll kind of determine that in the next video clip as well. Okay folks, so I did check out their less than a minute installation video on their site, which is not ideal. So we're going to go over this. I still don't know what these are for. They might be for the back plate, but I did not get the back plate, so I'm not sure that that is the case. So I'm still trying to figure that out. You're going to reuse the bolts, not for this. These bolts are going to go here for the roof rack. And you're reusing the stock ones here. I'm going to squirt some silicone caulk sealant in there. Same thing with this one. Oh, I already have the other one is up there to size it up. This is how it's laid out, obviously with the TR4 and then all the way to TR1, and then the front part. So that's very loose right now. And then this is how this goes. Let me see if I can get this. Those things stick out, those white things, but they just stick out barely once you put that on. And then these things have a rubber bushing on them. So it's probably fine, but we're gonna go ahead and squirt some sealant around there too, because we wanna make sure that all of this stuff is, oops, sorry. We wanna make sure it's as sealed as possible. Obviously we don't want any leaks or something like that. And so I guess the track just drains out that way or towards the front, I guess. I don't know. I guess it goes under this thing. And on the other thing on their video, I also have no idea what we use this for. They don't mention this at all. Maybe this is just to replace something. It looks like it has a little groove in there. Okay, folks, so what we're doing is we're just blowing out that extra crap, and then we're putting this sealant just like so in there, either side. It doesn't really fit in there very well, and it doesn't have like an applicator, but they've given you plenty. Sorry if I'm yelling into the camera. Hold on, let me see if I can reposition this. This job is so easy you can do it one-handed. Oops, you're not seeing anything there. Huh. So then this will go over here. As you can see, it settles in there. And then the bolts go in. I'm just kind of spin them down a little bit. And then I'll crank them down the rest of the way with the electric thing there. And that is not true. I didn't get it all the way with the electric thing. I will do the final tightening on this, which is just a couple things that probably just overcome the plastic, or not the plastic, but the rubber grommet thingy. So now it should be pretty well weather sealed. It's sealed on both sides. Well, it's sealed all around, and that thing is pretty deformed, but it's against everything, so I think it's actually fine. And we have one more down there to do because we've already done the driver's side. So we're about done doing this part. Does anybody else like a freshly waxed vehicle? I'm on a level surface here, except for the, yes, I just waxed it the other day, so it's pretty smooth. Hey folks, so here is the installed roof rack. Oh, bag of chicken feed. So a couple things I want to show you here in just a moment when I get up on the ladder. So I did initially rest this, which you can see there, I think. I don't know if you can really see that. But that thing rests down on the metal part of the roof. I might pick it up and put something sticky under there, but not because so it stays sticky, just so it doesn't contact the roof. But the rest of these are installed on the inside. The 2 middle ones and the 2 rear ones, like I showed you before. I believe I showed that before. This is installed on the outside. This one is the one that angles down, so it angles away from the thing, and I guess that makes it more durable side to side. This thing is pretty sturdy. And so I left that undone at first because I just wasn't sure what to do with those, because as I explained in the beginning. But I went ahead and squared those away after talking to the company, and they told me how to install them. And then I also didn't have this weather stripping thing that I mentioned earlier too on there first, because I just didn't think it was a big deal. But when you don't have that weather stripping thing on there, it kind of makes a loud thumping sound. Nothing actually hits the thing, just the wind makes it sound like the roof rack is damaging the top of your vehicle, which again, it's not. It was like a very small gap, like 1/4 inch maybe a little larger, but in the wind, it doesn't actually move the 2 metal pieces enough to actually contact, but just the wind just hammers away at that, especially like anything above like 45 or 50 miles per hour, it's like horrendous. You put this on and it completely goes away. Like you can't hear anything, no whistling. There's nothing I hear at all. Now, if I open the sunroof, probably I'll hear a little bit of extra wind noise there, but that's about it. Well, okay, folks, that is the install of the Aegon roof rack, full length. And they have aluminum one too, but that one's a little bit more expensive. So just wanted to let you know about that. And anyways, I hope you enjoy the video, at least got the gist of the video. I'm sorry it wasn't a super professional breakdown of the installation. It was kind of like a little bit of a learning process, but if you liked it, hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. And if you want to see more videos, you can hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching, bye.